Hi, welcome to the Hyperfixated Fan. I'm Rachel.
And I'm Hunter.
We apologize for our
hiatus there.
Our 2-month unplanned hiatus. We just had a lot going on, so
we were so busy, you guys.
Yeah, we apologize. Hopefully it'll slow down, but we'll see.
Fingers crossed. We'll see how it goes.
We'll see. But
this is for fun projects.
This is fun, yeah. So we're trying to fit it in when we can.
Yeah.
But anyways, today we are talking about Weak Hero, Class 1 and 2.
Yes. Something Rachel introduced to me entirely, and it was a good time.
Yeah. So I found out about this because a lot of my mutuals on Twitter have watched it, and then everyone started talking about it February-ish because the new season was set to come out in April. So I was like, oh, if the new season's coming out soon, I might as well watch it. And I saw that one screenshot of the scene where Suho puts Sion's helmet on for him. And I was like, okay, I have to watch it.
That's too cute. I seriously
It's okay, I'm doing it.
Oh god, that scene is so cute and dumb.
It's so cute. It's so cute.
I love it.
Yeah, but then I watched it. I binged it in 2 days or something, 2 or 3 days, and then I was emotionally distraught.
Yeah, see, if you just go in knowing only that GIF or whatever,
yeah,
it's
I had no idea what to expect.
This is much more violent than I anticipated.
Yeah, so it was crazy. Season 1 is really good.
Yes.
In the sense of I feel like it elicits a lot of emotion from you as watcher.
Yeah, it's super emotional. It gets deep down into every character.
Yeah.
On the main,
and there's only 8 episodes or something.
Short.
Yeah.
They
do a really good
digs
job.
down deep right off the bat.
Mm-hmm. I remember I love the first episode still. The first episode of the first season is still really high on my list of favorites because the beginning is just so good. Just the whole thing is so good because it's randomly Xion just smacks the hell out of somebody with the textbook and you're why? You're why?
Yeah, and no context. They start you in the middle.
Exactly, no context. Yeah. And then you watch the whole thing and then you're yes, beat that and beat his ass. Beat his ass. It's so great. It starts whoa. And then by the end of it, when she knows what's going on, it's yes!
Yeah, it's been such a long time since I watched season 1. So yeah, you're gonna have to remind me of some bits.
That's fine.
We watched season 2 much more recently, so that's what's on the brain.
Yes.
I literally just wrote out who each of the characters are that are relevant to me, and I remember more of the end than the beginning. So thank you for reminding me of that. 'Cause that was so beautiful.
Yeah, but so season 1 is kind of the prequel quotes to season 2 because the whole thing's based on it's a webtoon. Yeah, it's based on a webtoon or a webcomic or whatever, and the entire main plot of the webtoon is season 2. So when season 1 came out, it was the prequel story, and people are well, are they gonna do the actual story?
Yeah, it was a flashback arc or something,
yes,
right?
it was not very long in the actual thing. So, but they did so well with it.
It was really good.
It was a really, really good adaptation, I would say.
I mean, I have not read the thing,
yeah.
So I only have the show to go off of, but it felt full and round and complete. And,
yeah.
You get really deep into all of the characters, even the side characters Youngie. I love her.
Sakte, I like Sakte.
Yes, oh my god, I love him.
Yes.
He was my favorite character for most of the season.
Yes, he's great.
It's this man deserves so much better.
He's wrangling kindergartners.
Just let him go.
Yeah.
Please.
Let him live.
Let him live. He just wants to hang with his guys.
Yeah, I just love it so much. It has a very different vibe than season 2. I think it's just more raw, coming of age season 1.
Mm-hmm. Learning how to have friends.
Yeah, because that's the whole thing. It's a bunch, all 3 of them, Xion, Suho, and Bomsok, all learn how to have friends and then how to deal with that. And it doesn't turn out well, but it's still you're going through those first experiences with them, you know.
We get to see Xion have his first smile.
Oh, that was so cute.
The boy learned to smile in season 1, and then he you know, like falls back in season 2, and then we get to see him like attempt to take those steps again.
Yeah.
Like season 1 is the learning arc. Season 2 is the like recovery arc.
For sure.
And it's like seeing those journeys are so similar, but also like so different.
But it's so real.
Yeah,
I feel like
feels really good.
Yeah, so. And I liked that like season 1 ended so horrifically.
It's so bad.
It was so horrific,
bad.
but it was also like realistic
So
and
violent.
just like an example of like why you should not be violent with people.
Yeah, and yet that's all the show revolves around is like the fighting and the violence.
Yeah,
and it's like, can we like have a conversation? Have you considered talking about it?
Yeah,
maybe.
Like the first season I think was like a warning of like, hey, maybe don't be violent.
Yeah, maybe don't.
Maybe don't do that. And then season 2 is kind of about like being violent for your friends. Like,
yeah, it's like
instead of to hurt people,
friends.
But more like to protect people.
Yeah,
it's a very different thing.
Is the only thing people speak.
Yeah,
you do have to sometimes step up.
Yeah, and that's very different
space.
from like the violence how it was used in season 1. I feel like so.
Yeah, season 1 was like pinpointed, like
revenge type of violence.
We're using it specifically as our only means.
Yeah, because like we're just like not happy and stuff, and we're not like doing anything positive.
God, it was so. I'm still so mad about like how they cut Suo's like break lines. They're like, haha, this will make it hard for him to fight.
Like, what
and
the
I'm
fuck?
Like, that's a murder attempt.
Yeah, like
that's not just it'll make it hard for him to fight tomorrow. Like that could get him killed. What are you talking about?
And they weren't doing it because Suho was doing anything to them. They just didn't like him, you know? Yeah. Like it was very one-sided, so it was not good at all.
God, it was rough.
Yeah, it was bad. And then season 2, how season 2 starts is like Xian, he starts off like, I'm not fighting at all, like I'm very pacifist, like I've seen what violence can do, and then over the course of the season he figures out like, okay, violence is okay if I'm protecting my friends.
Yeah,
you know?
he only steps in really when he has to like defend his friends, help them out, and then to like protect the school in like away at the end. Yeah, he jumps in for that.
Yeah, the only other time he gets violent is when Gotak triggers him as like with Suho, and honestly could have seen that
was like obvious.
Yeah, like Xian's biggest trigger is Suho. So
yeah,
he even got hit by a truck because of Suho. Do you remember that?
Car, like baby.
They're like the hospital called Xian and they were like, Suho's unstable, he's in critical condition, and Xian just like shuts down and like gets hit by a truck. And then when he wakes up,
two boys in comas at the same time.
I'm sick of the coma trope. Like, please no more comas.
Please no, I can't do this.
No. And then when he wakes up, the first thing he does is try to get up and like go to Suho. He's like, I need to get to Suho.
Yeah,
it makes me cry. Like they love each other so much. I know.
The boys are so supportive.
His friends are so great.
Love the friendships in this show.
The friendships are good. So, should we talk about plot a little bit after gushing?
We just like jumped.
we gushed a little bit.
Yeah.
So first of all, watch the show. It's really good.
It's a good time. If you don't like watching violence, this is not the show for you.
Yeah.
As we've pretty much made clear.
It is violent, but like I don't know, like
it's not like gory.
No, it's not gory.
There is
bullying.
A lot of, there are a lot of youths going around beating the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
So just heads up. That's
but
what you're in for.
I feel better about recommending it now that season 2 is out rather than when season 1 was just out, because now like you can watch both of them back to back and you won't have to sit with the complete devastation that season 1 ended on for like months like I had to.
God, yeah.
So just watch the whole thing if you watch it at all. Like honestly, like you cannot quit in the middle.
Yeah, you are in a better place in season 2.
Yeah. Like I watched this reaction channel and they were like utterly devastated, of course, and they're like, I don't even want to watch season 2 now, and I'm like, you have to watch season 2.
Simply must.
Like it will fix it for you. Like it is a happy ending how season 2 ends, so you just gotta get through it, you know. Which is another thing I like about this show is like bad shit happens, but like you do get a happy ending. I'm a sucker for a happy ending, so yeah. Okay, so the actual plot.
Yes.
Starting at the beginning. Mm-hmm. So Xian cares about his grades. He doesn't have any friends.
He is just like the quiet kid in
He's
class
the quiet
who's obsessive
nerd.
about his school.
Yeah, because like he doesn't have anything else going for him, basically.
Like that's it.
That's it. His parents suck. Like he has no friends. Like he doesn't have a hobby. He's not good at sports. Like,
yeah, his parents they're fully separated, right?
They are divorced. Yeah.
And like his dad travels with
sports.
A sports team.
His dad tries a little bit.
Tries. When he is home, he tries to engage with Xian, which I did appreciate, but it's just that he's gone so frequently that he can't really engage on anything.
And like we get enough flashbacks that like the parents did not really want to take care of him when he was a kid. Like they're only okay with him now because he's like self-reliant, you know.
And his mom, we get into her more in season 2.
Yes, like, she's very absent.
But yeah, so like
she's just doing her own thing.
Yeah, so Xian is pretty much entirely like
alone.
Yep. Yeah, and so he just focuses on his schoolwork so he can do well in his exams and then just go.
Yeah.
Is really just
so that's how it starts.
Yeah.
And then what happens over the course of season 1 is like the bullies like fuck with him and mess with his grades and he completely crashes out.
Yeah. Dude, they fuck with him so bad.
They like drugged him.
They drugged him before the exam, or was it the practice exam?
It was exam, I think it was the practice exam, yeah. But still,
they
like
drugged him. They
that's insane.
Put, like, was it like a ketamine patch?
Fentanyl
patch. They're just sticking on the back of his neck.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
They pretend they're like slapping
the bug.
They get this like other nerdy kid in class that they're bullying him, and they're like, "If you don't do this, we'll kill you."
Yeah,
he slaps a patch on the back of his neck. Ridiculous. He's drugged the entire time during the practice.
Yeah, and so he figures out what happened, and he's like super pissed. So he just beats the shit out of all of them, which was great. I love it.
A textbook, and then he gets his pen out,
stabs someone fully through the hand with his pen. I love it. I love it. Like hitting someone with a book is one thing, but like, stabbing them with a pin through the hand is insane.
It is like, it becomes his signature weapon.
It is his weapon.
I mean, technically anything he picks up is his weapon, but like
the pen is his preferred. Favorite. Yeah. I love him. And then after this crash out, he like kind of meets or like interacts with Suho more. So
Suho's also in his class, but always sleeps.
Yeah, so Suho sleeps because he has like 3 jobs, and he is like the main provider for his grandma.
Yeah.
So he's just like tired all the time because he's working a lot after school, and
he like, sleeps at the school so that he doesn't risk being late to class.
Yeah, because his grandma still wants him to graduate high school. So it's very sweet.
Yeah, he's doing his best, but he's like so busy and always hungry and like so tired.
Yeah. But he's like a really good fighter. Like he is like the best fighter in the show. Yeah, he was like a pro like MMA fighter. So he's a really good fighter. So like no one messes with him.
But he's just like chill.
Yeah, he's like, kind of like the peacekeeper.
And so when things start getting to be too bad, he's just like,
maybe you should not do that.
Yeah, after like the hand stabbing, I think at that point he was like, hey, I think we've done.
No, it was after Xian like bashed the guy's nose in with the book, and he was about to like curb stomp him, but he was like, no, you can't curb stomp him.
Yeah, I think you've made your point. I think we're good now.
Yeah. Thank you. So that was great.
The first like real interaction.
Yeah, but
like, don't kill that boy.
Yeah, but after that, like they hang out more because Xian's like, actually, thanks for stopping me. That was like crossing the line. Yeah. So then they start hanging out and they're friends, which is great. I love them. And then some plot stuff happens where we get Sakte and Youngyi.
Yes. So yeah, Sakte is like, so the bully is mad that he got caught drugging another student.
Yeah.
He tries to fight off Suho and Xian. And can't because he's a bad fighter.
Yeah.
And then so he calls up his cousin Sakte and is like,
who's a drug dealer?
Yeah, who's like a drug dealer and runs this little criminal gang. And he calls him up and is like, hey cousin, will you like
I'll pay you
up this guy for me? And
he's like, fine, I guess.
I mean, the funniest thing is like he had encountered Xian like the day before, he was like trying to do a drug deal, and Xian just happened to be like walking by, and his like little guys were all like, oh, you got a problem with us? And he's like, don't. Just let the guy pass. He
like,
don't recognize the crazy in Xian's eyes.
Sakde's smart.
So he was like, yeah, I guess I'll like do whatever. I'll beat up whoever it is.
And then he's like, oh no,
and
not
like,
this kid.
No, it's like crazy eye kid. Shit.
Yeah, but that's great. Like, I like Sakde even though he's like introduced as like an antagonist.
Yeah.
But him and Suho's fight's pretty good.
Oh yeah, they have a cool fight.
Even though Suho beats him. Like,
yeah. And the thing is, he's smart.
He's smart.
He's smart. He knows to like try to stay out of like.
He knows when to quit.
Problems. He knows when to quit.
Yeah.
He knows to back off.
Yeah.
And it's just that he's also in a bigger criminal ring run by a guy who is
crazy.
The worst.
So the whole first plot is kind of like dealing with the criminal guy and getting everyone free from him, which is fine. I don't have anything else to say about
I know. They just like deal with this bigger criminal and like manage to kind of like take him down, get him arrested.
Yeah.
But they get like Sakde and then one of Youngie who works for Sakde managed to get those two like out. Well, no, Sakde does go down with it, doesn't he?
Yeah, he goes to prison.
Yeah.
But Youngie doesn't.
Like, he does it, like, so that his underlings don't... Like,
I think
he takes
so.
The fall
he takes the fall.
So that he can take down the guy above him as well.
Yeah, but I don't think he has a long prison sentence.
Because he, like...
Exactly. He's probably, like, 3 to 5 years or something. Yeah. I mean, I'm very much guessing, but...
Yeah, but he very much, like, was like, I will take the fall, you guys are out of it, and then we can make sure this guy goes away.
Yeah, totally.
And then Youngie, who works for Sakta, ends up just, like, joining the crew. We haven't even mentioned Bumsuck at this point.
He's not relevant yet.
he's in the gang.
He is in the gang.
He was the nerd kid who put the drug patch on.
Yeah, and then he was like, I'm so sorry.
Like, I'm so sorry. I was scared of the bully.
And they're like, it's fine. Because, like,
come hang with us. We get it.
Yeah, because Bumsuck, like, had Suho, like... come to Xian's aid, basically. Like, he kind of, like, made that happen.
Yeah, he's like, I found out the bully's gonna beat the shit out of Xian. Can you come help?
Yeah.
So now the three of them are friends, and now Youngie joins the party.
Because Youngie's friend went to prison.
I love her.
I love her, too.
She's really cute. But then, like, Bumsuck starts getting weird because I think he has like interest in Suho.
Yes.
And then he's like, oh no, Suho's hanging out with this girl now and she's stealing like the attention I could have. It's like, no, if anyone's stealing the attention, it's Xian.
Yeah.
But like
the heteronormative
just, like, besties.
glasses.
They're like platonic soulmates over here because they're besties.
Yeah.
Like just
they're like siblings.
With the whole crew, dude.
Yeah. Bumsuck has a lot of issues.
He has so many issues.
Because his dad is awful and beats him. So, like, the thing about Bumsuck is, like, you can't hate him.
No.
But he does awful things.
I mean, I can hate him, and I do. It's one of those
but, like,
things
you
where
also understand it, you know?
Absolutely.
It's, like, understandable but not excusable.
It's one of those, like, cool motive, still murder
Exactly, yeah.
Where it's like, I mean, like, yeah, so, like, his dad is a politician who's...
First strike.
Yeah, there's that. But, like, specifically, he talks about all the good he does for families and children and, like,
teenagers
young people,
and stuff, yeah.
And the support he offers, and then he comes home and beats his son.
His adopted son. That he adopted just for the, you know...
the publicity.
Exactly.
To show how much he cares about young people.
Yeah, he's so bad.
And, like, absolutely brutally abuses his son.
Awful.
And it sucks.
Yeah.
Like, it's horrendous. And, like, we also see, like, Bumsuck gets, like, bullied. Like, all the shit at school.
So he's getting it from all angles.
Yeah,
like, it's really bad.
He's in a horrendous position.
Definitely, like, a ticking time bomb situation, which is what happens.
But then he, like, hangs out with Suho and Xian, and things are, like, improving for, like, everyone in this crew.
He gets a little glimmer.
But then, like, at one point he runs into his old bullies, and something in that flips a switch, and he suddenly seems to think that Suho is mocking him instead of actually his friend.
I think it's just he got triggered, you know, and you just reinterpret everything as a threat when you're having a PTSD trigger. And, and he also, like, doesn't, I think he's ashamed, too. He doesn't want to admit all the shit he's going through, because, like, they constantly ask him, like, are you okay? Like, is there something we can do to help? Like, please tell us what's going on.
Are we doing something?
Yeah, they're being, like, normal friends, and he's like, no, I'm fine, and that's like the worst possible response. Like, you're not fine.
Yeah, Suho's doing what he always does, which is like throw his arms around the guys, which first of all, is like really cute because Xian's very anti-touch,
Mm-hmm.
but he lets Suo do that.
Mm-hmm.
But like back to like Bumsuck, something like you're throwing me around, and it's like
just
no,
misinterpreting
I'm
everything.
my boys' clothes.
Yeah.
But like they keep trying to like reach out to him, and he's just like
pushing
taking
them away.
it as they're bullying him, and also
like pushing
he's being
him.
replaced by Young-yi.
Yeah, so there's a lot of things going on.
And then he just goes and joins a bully crew
because they encourage him to beat up his old bullies.
Yeah,
which
help him beat up his old bullies.
Yeah, which Suho stopped him from doing. You know, just like he did with Xian when he's like, "Don't cross the line."
Like, we don't need to go that far.
Yeah, which is a good lesson. But Bumsuck did not want to listen. He's like, "No, I want to beat them up."
I want to kill them. Actually.
Yeah, like he didn't have like he was too emotional about it. So that's when it really flipped.
Yeah, but it's like he had so many opportunities where he could have recognized where the line was, and he just kept stepping over it.
Yeah, because he never was able to like have any sort of power himself. He was always the victim. So when he was in the position of taking power, he took it. He wanted it.
And I was like, your friends are trying so desperately to reach out to you and help you.
Yeah.
And you're like, why don't I take these opportunities and rip them to shreds and throw them into the ocean?
Yeah.
Like,
I think it's like actually a really good depiction of like the bullied becomes the bully sort of trope, because it
for sure.
Like we know that and it happens, but like actually kind of getting it from that person's perspective, I think
actually seeing the process.
Yeah, it just hits better, I think. Yeah.
But
yeah,
every time it was funny. As like there's a brief scene. There's a scene where you do like see him in season 2, not the character, but more a portrayal of the character. And we were talking about how like talented the actor was playing the role. And I was saying to Rachel, I was like, yeah, I don't think I can ever look at this actor again, because like I just hate him so much, and it's gonna burn into any other roles.
I don't know. I think I've heard that he played like a queer character in something, so I might watch that. But yeah,
maybe if he takes off the glasses. No, because he takes off he takes off the glasses. That's another thing.
It is.
When he goes bully mode, he stops wearing his glasses because they fell off and broke in one like dispute with his old.
Very symbolic.
And he takes them off and just like never gets them again. And I'm like,
he's like, I'm evil now, so I don't wear glasses, and also I wear all black now instead of all white. Like,
and I'm like, but buddy, how do you see?
I guess he got contacts.
Can you see?
Yeah, probably.
Go back and get your glasses.
Yeah, it was very symbolic, you know. So, but yeah,
it drove me crazy. It's like, just go get your glasses so you can see what's wrong with you.
Yeah, literally. But
anyway,
things just escalate from there.
Just so much.
And
they get this like streamer MMA fighter involved who wants to beat up Suho because he lost to him once.
Yeah, he's like competitive with Suho. And it's just like so many factors go into like them all like ganging up against Suho.
Yeah.
And Xian actually goes the first time, he like kind of hides their plan from Suho because he doesn't want Suho to get hurt.
Yeah.
And also like, it's his birthday.
So they all end up like ditching Suho on his birthday in a party room.
And I just like when Bumsuck was like, okay, let's beat him up on his birthday, I was like, how dare you? That's crossing a line.
That's so rude.
I'm like, that's awful. Like, you can beat him up, but not on his birthday.
Yeah, they kidnapped Youngie on his birthday,
what
and they're like, come find us. We have your girl on your birthday.
It's just ridiculous. And then so Xian goes instead and gets beat the fuck up because he was winning, and then Wu Yong, the MMA fighter, steps in. He can't win against him. So yeah, that was bad.
But they do get Youngie out of there. That he gets out of there. Suho finds out later.
That's when it all unravels.
Yeah, that's when everything kind of comes together.
Because Suho, like, just how Xian, like, kind of, like, it went into the fight to protect Suho, Suho's doing the same for Xian. He's like, I will not let them hurt you again. Like, I'm gonna punish them. Yep. And he crosses the line for Xian, which is something that gets to me every time. Because he's like, don't cross the line, don't cross the line. But, like, when it comes to Xian, because he, like, breaks the first bully's fingers, and then he just like beats everyone the fuck up.
God, yeah.
So, and he was gonna win that fight in the boxing ring.
He would have. Except everyone else is shitty and the worst.
Cheating. They cheated. They cheated like 4 different times.
Yeah. And like, you know, it's funny because like Wu Young was like ready to stream this fight.
Yes.
And then at some point he's like, okay, I have to turn off my camera.
Yeah,
because we're cheating too much and this might kill that boy.
Yeah, they just start, kicking him all at once, and it's, not a fair fight then, so Woo-Young's like, well, I can't live stream this.
Anyway, this was a fun fight, goodbye!
Yeah, so Suho 100% would have won if they didn't, mess with the fight, you know?
Yeah, if it had just been a straight-up fight,
he would have won.
Between him and Woo-Young, he would have won.
Yes,
no question.
So it was just so frustrating, and then the worst part happens, Suho goes in a coma because of all of this.
Yeah, because of,
how many times they kicked him.
How many times they all ganged up on him, and just how severe
and
the fight
he
was.
wasn't breathing for a little bit, so no oxygen to the brain.
They super implied at the end of the second to last episode that
he was dead. He goes from being so full of life, and then at the end it's he's dead.
Yeah, I was like, you can't. I fully thought that was the end of the season. No, he was just dead. And I was
everyone thought he was dead, and then you have to watch the last episode, and it's no, he's actually in a coma. Which thank God he's they saved him.
Even that, I was I don't know that this is too much better, but come on.
Yeah, he's at least alive.
Yeah.
So
we finally get to meet his grandmother.
His grandma's so nice. How
so sweet.
She's like, you must be Xian, which means Suho talks about him.
Suho's told the grandma all about Xian.
Yes, it's so cute. And then also this episode's great for two additional reasons. Xian crying.
Yeah,
is one.
The thing is, he rarely displays
any emotion.
He's got the most bland expression.
It's so funny. He's
one.
So funny.
His eyes are crazy.
Yeah.
He has this dead stare that's wonderful and scary.
Yeah, I love his eyes.
He smiles maybe once in the season.
He smiles once, I believe, in the hospital when Suho's you're so good. I'm getting tingles and whatever. Yeah, it was really cute.
And then he cries at the end.
When
and even
Suho's
that expression primarily stays the same. It's just his lips maybe get a little shaky and then he cries.
Yeah,
which
in
is
the
honestly
hospital room.
So impressive of the actor.
The actor's great. Tangent. His name is Park Ji-hoon.
Yes.
He is an idol, or he was an idol, I guess. And I think he was in the boy band 101 is what it was called. But now he's just an actor primarily, I think. But he's really good. He's really good as an actor.
Fantastic.
Yeah. But after Suho gets in the coma, Xian goes on the warpath.
Oh my god.
Which is
so vicious.
So the first episode I love because Xian's beating the fuck out of everyone. The last episode I love because Xian's beating the fuck out of everyone.
It is so visceral.
I love it. It was just so, I don't know, what's the word? Gratifying?
Yes. Yes.
I was yes, beat them up. They deserve it.
He uses a weight because he finds
oh
in the weight room,
my god.
And he picks up one of the weights and uses it to smash their ankle in.
Slams it down on their ankle. And that made me almost, I was oh my god, it was insane.
Again, it's not gory or anything.
No,
but
you hear the crunch and you know how painful that is. It's crazy, and oh my god, it was insane.
He's just going through the school, just tracking each of them down.
He's covered in blood.
Oh god, I think that's the only time we see a teacher.
Yeah,
it's when he's walking down the hallway, looking like he just did all these terrible things.
Yeah, because
one of the teachers is what are you doing? And he just ignores them.
Yeah.
And just goes over and screams.
And punches the window out and screams again, and that's where he shows more emotion on his face.
Yeah, that's the most emotion we see from that boy.
Because he's just in such pain, and it shows how much Suho meant to him.
Yeah.
It's just so good. I love it. But when he's beating the fuck out of everyone, I just love it. So much.
It's pretty good.
Yeah,
it's pretty good. It feels good.
Yeah. So that's basically where season 1 ends. Suho's in a coma, and then Xian gets goes to another school.
He gets expelled. No surprise.
Definitely. So he goes to this really bad school, and then it's well, now we have more bullies in the school. And
yep, the end. Anyway.
Yeah. So season 2. There's a lot of hype for season 2, of course, because I think it was a 2-year gap between 1 and 2 or something.
Yeah, or a year and a half.
Yeah,
something like
and
that.
For me it was a couple months, but I felt those couple months. It was bad. I couldn't imagine if I watched it when it first came out. I would have been so distressed.
I only had to wait a couple weeks.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah, so when season 2 picks up, it's been, I think, like 6 months since the last... I think it's been 6 months because
Something
he like
that,
he like finishes the remainder of the first school year, which there wasn't a lot left, and then they have like summer, I think, and then it's like the fall. He's like in the start of the fall semester, I think.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, so he's like in this new school. He has a reputation as like, oh, he killed someone.
Yeah, he's killed some guy back at his old school.
And which is awful because first of all, Suho's not dead. Second of all, Shion didn't cause that, but he still blames himself for it. So even hearing that all the time is just reinforcing his guilt. It's awful.
But he's back to being that like blank face. I just do my own thing. Nobody talk to me kind of business. But everyone is so scared of him.
Yeah, because of his reputation. But also like he doesn't do any school work. He kind of turns into Suho. He like sleeps and... and he can't sleep at night. Like he sleeps during the day. He has nightmares. He's got PTSD. Like the grief is insane for him. He like cannot do anything.
Yeah, poor guy.
Yeah, he's going through it.
I kept, when we were watching season 2, I just like, you just look at him like you can't. Like, why are people scared of him? Just look at him. He's the saddest boy alive. His eyes are so sad. Face blank. Eyes constantly full of tears.
Yes.
Saddest boy alive. Yeah.
But his eyes fluctuate from being, like, tearful to, like, being crazy.
Yeah, he still does have the crazy eyes.
I love him.
But he's also just, they're all like, he's so scary. Look at him. Like, oh my god, he could kill us. Then you, like, it zooms in on him and he's just, like, barely holding back tears and like, what are you talking about? That's the saddest boy I've ever seen. Yeah.
It's great because like in the webtoon they nickname him the White Mamba because of his eyes, and then in the show they nickname him Ice Princess.
I love that.
Yeah, it's really cute.
Honestly, that's so good for him.
It's so cute. Yeah, but anyways, so he's like stubbornly not making any friends. He's stubbornly not fighting anyone. Like even when he's attacked and steps in to help, like he doesn't throw a punch. Yep, he just like, takes punches.
He takes punches and then he glares at them until they back off.
And they do. So, but eventually he gets kind of like coaxed into a fight by Gotak, who is like throwing Suho back in his face because he actually did his research and he knows what happened.
Yeah.
And that messes up Shion because he's like, how dare you talk about Suho like that, you know? Because Gotak calls him a vegetable and that is what makes him snap. Like,
I think they're like, Gotak wouldn't even have done that. He was like prompted into
he's manipulated
that Shion had done something to him by Hyoman. God,
the whole first episode that was the second episode. It's so funny.
It's so funny. So like, okay,
Hyoman thinks he's so smart.
He thinks he's so clever. So Hyoman is like the head of the like little bully club at the studio.
Yeah.
Of Yeonjang. And Hyoman is like, at first he like will not mess with Shion on his own because he's so
too scared
of him.
Yeah.
But he also really wants to join this. He wants their school to join this big club of school bullies called the Union.
It's like basically like a
child mob,
like in organized crime sort of thing.
Yeah. And so he wants to join that, and in order to do that he has to have like 100 stolen cell phones or something like that.
Yeah, because that's how they make their money.
Yeah, so he's been like doing that using a bunch of the like nerds in all the classes, like the class presidents and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So he like goes to like one of our boys, Juntae, and he like is using him and he's like, we have almost all the phones that we need. Can you like go steal Shion's phone? And he's like, I would rather die actually.
Yeah.
I think that sounds terrifying. He's like, but we need more phones, so like go get it. And he does, but he also like asks so many questions in advance that it's very clear that when the phone goes missing, whose it is.
So funny.
And like at this point, this prompts like Juntae to actually be like, just kidding, I'm gonna give all the phones back. Ruins Hyoman's plan. The school will not be joining the union again.
Yeah.
And
which is super brave of Juntae. I love Juntae.
He was
fully intending to. He was prepared to get beat up. So
honestly,
for that,
bravest out of the team.
He's very brave. Yeah.
And like all this is happening, and Shion is just like does not get involved in any of this. He just is sort of the catalyst for it by just existing.
Yeah.
And Hyoman is so mad that all of this happened that he's like, what if we frame Siun for something that happens to...
For something that I do.
Something that I do to Gotak.
And Gotak thinks he did it.
And so that Gotak thinks it's Shion, so Gotak can take out Shion as a threat.
And then we can get Gotak.
And then we can get Gotak, and we can get the school back in the union.
It's so, funny.
And it's like, so he just goes and messes up the, like, club room that Gotak hangs out in.
Yeah.
And then, like, leaves, like, one... Or, like... I think he just went up to him and said, like, I think that was Shion.
And then Gotak sees Shion leaving the club room, so he's like piecing...
He's like, oh, it must be Shion. He must be right. It's like, Gotak, you know better than this.
And Shion already knows the whole thing. He's like, I don't care about this. Like, he sees right through it, but Gotak is a little stupid.
Yeah, he's got true himbo energy, honestly.
Baku has more himbo energy.
They're both pretty solidly himbo, but, like, I feel like Baku also gets serious.
Yeah, he does.
More frequently. Gotak is just like himbo all the way.
Yeah, fair.
So yeah, like that's just how like all this comes together. Gotak
and then that's how they fight.
And they fight, but he like obviously loses. It's just a whole thing.
Yeah, and then Baku shows up, and we get Baku's introduction, and Baku is so funny. Like his introduction is amazing.
That boy wants to be an anime character.
He's great.
He so desperately wants to be just like a shoujo anime boy.
He dyed his hair
bright red.
He plays the Slam Dunk theme song while he beats up Hyoman.
Well, He's love
great.
Baku.
Yeah, Baku's so funny.
So we finally have like our gang.
Yes.
We have Baku, his right hand man Gotak. We've got Juntae, and we have Shion, who is like
reluctantly
in the group because he doesn't want to do the friendship.
Yeah, because he doesn't want to lose people again. But
they get closer. We got the crew.
Yeah,
and it's great.
And he smiles a little bit when they're hanging out for the first time, which is really cute.
Little tiny bits.
Yeah, but
he's like, I remember friendship.
Exactly. So slowly over time, like he gets to be true friends with them, and it's really sweet. And I think the thing that solidifies it is when he like goes to fight Songjae for Juntae.
Mm-hmm.
So we gotta talk about Songjae. I love Songjae.
You love Songjae. I'm fascinated by Songjae.
Oh, gosh.
I think he's so interesting.
So, Songjae is part of the union. So, the union, the organized crime high schoolers, it's run by 4 guys. So, it's run by Bakjin, who has, like, history with Baku, and that's kind of like the subplot, or the plot, the actual plot.
Yeah, that's kind of like our main string.
Yeah, so...
And he has the worst turtleneck known to man.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Stupid little turtleneck.
So it's him, and then Songjae is, like, second in command, and Songjae is... like so funny. He is like a complete psychopath. He doesn't give a fuck about anything. He just wants to beat people up. Like he just wants to beat people up. They call his nickname is like the Mad Dog. Yeah, because he just like goes and beats up whoever he wants. It's great. And
he's just here for a good time.
Yeah, and
usually that involves blood.
It's great, and he like smiles when he beats people up and stuff. Like he's having a great time. And then the other 2 is I forgot their names, but one of them is like very like stone-faced, blank-faced, serious guy. Yep. And then the other one is like crazy eyes. Everyone calls him Crazy Eyes, and I actually like him too because of that. Yeah, he's so funny.
Weird to look at.
He's so fun.
He's just like I don't
he's
know
great.
What's going on with him. He should go for it.
Yeah, he's funny. But anyways, it's those 4, and so Songjae is the one who's like beating people up. So he like, his character introduction is pretty good too. He like beats people up and smiles about it. Yeah. And then he like fights Shion in a bathroom to kind of like test his skills.
Yeah, see where he's at. In a bathroom while he's doing like community service hours
it's so funny because
like historical museum or something.
Yeah, because it's like Songjae's talking to him and Shion's like not responding, and he's like, do I know you, or like do you know who I am, or something like that. It's so funny.
He's like, oh, so you're the new one, oh my god.
And then he just doesn't respond,
and he's just like,
okay,
I need to leave.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
And then Songjae like takes a picture of him because they need like to recognize him.
To figure out who he is.
Yeah, and then he just doesn't react.
He just like lets his photo be taken in the bathroom.
It's so funny.
Like, buddy,
it's
just
great.
punch him or something. Like, just walk around.
It's just so funny. Like, I just love it.
Yeah, come on. Dude.
So, anyways, like Songjae is sicked on Gotak, you know, to like beat up Gotak because Bakjin wants to beat up Gotak to make Baku jealous or mad or something.
Yeah, get any kind of emotional response. Really.
Yeah. So Songjae does that, and then he also gets Juntae at the same time, and then Juntae calls Xian like, just go to cram school, I'm okay, like, just make sure you're okay, which is like, so sweet.
Wherever you are, don't come here.
Yeah.
Continue doing what you do. Go to cram school, like, I know you are, like, dedicated to your schoolwork, like, don't come to us.
Like, he's so worried about Xian, he doesn't call him to ask him for help, because but he's in, like, an objectively bad situation. He calls him to make sure he doesn't get in that bad situation.
Yeah, to make sure he's, like, he's not also in danger, make sure he's okay.
I love him.
And then, like, don't worry about us.
Yeah, don't worry about us.
He's okay. It's like, it's really
I
sweet.
love Juntae.
Juntae is honestly, like, the heart of this crew.
He is. And then Xian's like, uh-oh.
He's like, I know you said not to, but guess what I'm doing?
But we're actually friends, and I care about you, so I'm gonna go help.
He shows up.
The fight between Xian and Songjae is so good. It's so good. It's so good. Like,
he just, like, keeps grabbing items on the rooftop and trying to use them like a flower pot.
Songjae's like, stop it!
He's like, just fight me. He's like, no, I have a pen, and now I have a flower pot, and now I have...
It's just so good because he takes the flower pot and like gets the dirt in Songjae's eyes, and then he snatches Songjae's glasses off his face, and you're like, oh damn, he got the glasses, and then he tears off like the side
arm,
part, and you're like, oh okay, what's he gonna do? And he fucking stabs his foot with it. It's insane.
With the arm of his own glasses.
Insane. Like it's so creative, and like no one expected that, so it's just when it happens you're like, what the fuck? Like, did that just happen?
Rude.
It's insane. And he like stabs it, and he like hits his hand to make it go deeper in his face.
Yes. It's brutal.
Oh my god.
I love it.
And then like later on, when Songjae's like beating him up, and Xian's like on his knees swaying, and he thinks he's gonna pass out, but then he sways forward and headbutts Songjae's injured foot.
Yes. It's so
insane.
good.
Like, oh my god.
He's such a rude fighter.
It's so funny.
There's no honor in his fights.
No.
There is no manners. There's no like rules. It's just like all vibes and like
it's just so funny.
Like he does not fight by any code.
No, it's great. And the reason that happens is because he's not a trained fighter. Like all the rest of everyone.
The only training he knows is
a little
block
bit
and watch the shoulder.
Yeah,
that's the only training he got from Suo.
So it like evens out the fight because he can use tools, you know. So
it's like, you guys are all trained in this shit. I'm not. So I'm gonna stab your foot with your own glasses.
It's so funny. It's just great. I love that fight so much. It's a great fight.
It's so funny.
And then once you're finished having a great time with that fight, Xian like is like kind of passing out on the rooftop. Baku shows up, and Xian thinks it's Suho. Like Xian full on hallucinates it being Suho.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about
and so
that.
he says, and this is the first line in the trailer, and it broke me when I heard in the trailer. It's Suho like, I'm sorry, I got in a fight again.
Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot about that.
It's just like, oh my gosh. And that's something that I really love about season 2 is like Suho haunts the narrative.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The whole fucking time.
Yeah.
And it's so good.
He's always entirely relevant.
Everywhere. Because like before season 2 came out, we were all like, is Suho gonna be in it? Like, are they gonna talk about him? Because like they don't do it in the webtoon because he's like the flashback, the prequel.
Yeah.
So we were all like, if they talk about him once, I'll be happy.
But
first
so
opening
relevant.
Scene is about Suho.
Yep.
and you're like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm so lucky, this is amazing. And then it just happens every episode, like he's mentioned, they talk about him, like Xian visits him. It's just so good. I was so happy about it. Like,
yeah, he's consistent, and
he's
like,
a character still.
And,
like,
yeah, we see like so often like Xian's in the hospital, like just
visiting
outside of Suo's room.
Yeah,
he doesn't go in, but he waits outside,
and he like
texts
like updates on what's happening with his life and stuff.
Yeah.
It's so cute.
Yeah, Suo is so relevant to the whole thing,
and
for Xian.
And in a way that like nobody else from season 1 is, you know, like he doesn't really talk about Yang Yi. Sakdae is mentioned once,
and
neither does Sakdae. Yeah, and it's like it's Suho, you know, it's all about Suho. Yeah, and it's just so good. But
yeah, I'm a little sad that she didn't get a mention. Like, come on.
I know.
You don't need a mention. She's like, where'd she go?
That's why I hope we get season 3 so we can see Yang Yi and Sakdae again for sure.
Like, just like a little mention. Like, like, what's she doing? Does she have a job? Is she busy? Have you checked in on her? Like, she's our girl.
I know.
But whatever, it's fine.
Yeah, but anyways,
girl characters.
Yeah. After that fight, some union drama stuff with Bakjin and Baku happened. The main plot, blah 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 blah. Like,
I care about character dynamics.
I care about Suho and Xian. the Baku Bakjin thing is good, and like a lot of people ship them and get super into that. And I'm like, great, good for you. It is good, but like I'm too obsessed with Suho and Xian to really care.
So one of the things that I do really like about Baku, and we talked about it a lot, but is like Baku's relationship with Xian and their similarities. I've started to consider them both like platonic soulmates. Yeah. And that they're like such similar characters. Yeah. And their response, like their relationship to fighting, their relationship to their past, their friends, how they both like.
They have like a similar way of thinking.
Yeah, and both of them would so much rather not fight if at all possible, but they are so willing to do it if it comes to their friends. Yeah. And then like their relationship to the fights and the people they have fought and that sort of thing is so similar. And they both have like similar response to carrying the weight and the guilt and everything.
And it's like they bond over that.
Absolutely. And it's just like where Baku takes that, he's like, I would rather talk over everything, and like if I talk loud enough, no one will notice.
And Xian's like, I'm not talking at all.
Xian's just like, if I never say anything, no one will know.
Yeah.
And just like they,
different ways to cope with it, but they deal with the same thing.
But getting to see them both like they have even scenes kind of addressing that scene, which I adore. But I love seeing their relationship expand. It's
so funny side note, this one scene I really like where Baku calls Xian like, hey, like, did you make it home okay? Are you good? And it's when like Xian is at the hospital visiting Suho, and he's like, yeah, I'm fine. And then Baku's like, hey, you want to go like pick up girls together? And Xian's like, why would I do that? And then Baku's like, fine, bye, asshole.
Why on earth would I want to do that?
Yeah, and like everyone knows, like Xian is not interested in girls.
No, he is interested in Suo and
that's it. Yeah, it's really funny.
I love their friendship.
It's like great.
So much. They're like, they just get each other on like such a level.
They really do.
Which that's one of the reasons I'm hoping for season 3, just to see like their relationship. And like Suo's thoughts on that relationship. Yeah, because it'll be interesting.
Yeah, and like Suho and Gotak are really similar too.
Yeah, exactly.
They're both trained fighters, but they like got out of it, you know, for a reason. And now like they both had injuries that prevents them from really fighting. So
plus they're both the like. Let me say something loud and silly and funny just to kind of boost the whole group's energy. Let's kind of keep everything low and fun, just so that we don't fall into like too much of a mood.
And like love their friends and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So it'll just be fun to see like how the dynamics shift. Yeah, if we get that.
There's so many good fics about like season 3 stuff that could happen. So yeah, those are good fics. But I hope we get it. But anyways, to continue with the plot, stuff happens, and then they like have this final fight where it's like, okay, if we beat you, like, if Unjang beats the Union, you have to stop, like...
trying to get us to join the Union.
And beating us up all the time. And if you win, then fine, we'll join the Union. Like, it's kind of like a final decision.
Yeah.
So...
the ultimatum fight.
Yeah, and, Bakjin agrees to this because he is, like, stupid when it comes to Baku. Like, they're stupid and irrational.
He's so stupid. Like, he's already got the CEO...
the fucking actual mob boss.
Yeah, like, breathing down his
like,
neck.
I will fucking kill you.
Mistake, I will actively kill you.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, this still seems like a good way to end things. Let's do this one fight.
He's losing it. Like,
you know that this
just
is
let him go, but he can't because it's his only friend ever.
Yeah. and the thing is, like, he's already managed to get, like, he got Baku to work under him.
Yeah.
Through blackmail.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, yes, this is a good solution. This feels correct. Maybe Baku will like being blackmailed.
Like,
and
no.
maybe, this will change his mind about me.
So
like,
stupid.
Are you that stupid?
Like, he doesn't know how people work at all. Like,
dude.
It's really bad. So, anyways, they do this final fight, and it's a great fight scene. I love the little 1v1s that happen. I like Crazy Eyes beating up Hyoman. It's so funny.
God, that fight is so funny. Like, honestly, I love Hyoman because, like, he starts off as this, like, villain.
Yeah,
in the
like
season.
a bully.
And then eventually
he's, like, pathetic.
He becomes just, like, the school's silly little guy.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, he's just truly just...
yeah,
just our little lovable idiot.
It is so funny because at, like, one point when, like, Xian, like, throws a punch at Bakjin, like, Hyoman, like, claps and he's like, yes! It's so funny.
Like, when they're walking away from the fight later, like, he's hanging out with all the, like, the nerdy boys that he actively, like, had as his little minions.
And he's like, did you see me do that? Like,
he's like, guys, did you see me fight real good?
But he fought awfly. Like,
he did such a bad job.
So funny. Like,
he's just, like, my favorite. He's our silly little guy now.
Yeah, he's funny. So
he's so silly.
Yeah, but anyways, like, with some strategy from Xian, they win the fight, and the fight between Xian and Bakjin is really good. And in this episode, Xian uses brass knuckles for the first time.
He does. He uses, like, an actual fighting tool.
Insane.
It's crazy.
And IRL, what I know of brass knuckles is, like, it really fucks up your own knuckles, and it can, like, just skin someone's face. Like, there was not enough blood in the hits for it to be realistic, but I understand, you know, they had to censor it or whatever, but, like...
I'm sure they don't want to actually put on TV, like, actual kids goring up.
Yeah, but that's what it would be like in real life. But it's just so cool of him to, like, put them on. It's just great. Like,
and I do want to kind of dig into this fight, or the prep that went into this fight.
Go for it.
Because I do love, it shows how much Xion gets into the planning and the strategy.
Like, he is smart.
He's so smart.
He's smarter than Bakjin.
Yeah. Who has been, like, running a mob for years now. But, like, they set it up, they're like, we can't, if we go into this as a straight fight, it's going to be the entire union, which is, like, multiple schools worth of people
versus one
fighting
school.
against, like, just the small amount of people we can get together to do this fight.
Yeah.
It's like, we need to even the numbers.
Yeah.
How can we do that? We need to divide the union. How can we divide the union? And they managed to get a hold of Songja. Because they found out he was, like, well, he may not be as, like, straight up union as we thought.
No, he just does whatever the fuck he wants for fun. Like, he has no
like,
loyalty.
Actively, like, saved Juntai.
Yeah, because before this, like, after Xian, like, fucked up his foot and he, like, got out of the hospital, he's like, Bakjin picks him up and he's like, do you even care about how I'm doing? Like,
he's like, I was injured, I was in the hospital, do you care about that? And he's like, no,
no.
not really.
And then Songjae's like, fine, whatever, bye.
So much loyalty.
Yeah, so, and then he likes Juntae's loyalty.
Because Juntae refused to give the union information on something he had. He was being, like, beat all the
really
shit,
bad.
and still refused to give up his
And Songjae's like, I like
he's
that.
Like, that's loyalty. That's the loyalty I was looking for right there. And beats up all the guys who are beating up Juntae.
Yeah.
So,
it's great.
So then Xian goes to Songja and was like, hey, how do you feel
about this?
About helping us out and dividing the union?
He's like, okay.
it's fun.
Sure.
I can text out all this information about a secret bank account that we have that we've been holding money back from the rest of the union. And he just does.
Yeah.
He does. He sends it out to, like, all of the union about, like, evidence that there's a secret bank account that, like...
dwindles the numbers. They don't want to fight for Baekjin anymore.
Yeah, cuts the numbers down so it's approximately an even amount.
Yeah.
And then, like, Shion was supposed to meet him to get something else.
Just more info.
Yeah.
And then Songjae flips again, of course.
He just, because he's in it for the fun of it.
Yeah, he's like, I'm on my own team. I'm not on a side. I just want to fuck with everyone.
I had fun doing the double cross, but here's a triple cross.
Yeah.
Ta-da! But then, we're gonna do, like, an additional, like, thing to dwindle it even further. So he ends up being more late to the fight, but like, they planned it out so that they would have, you know, even smaller numbers to do the fight. They were going to show up so that Baku would fight Baekjin because they would be the like the best matchup.
Yes.
But if he ever fell, then Shion would be able to step in and continue that fight. And he would fight for as long as he possibly could to give Baku time to recover and stand back up and finish the fight. They had full plans in place to take this because they knew they could not afford to lose.
Yeah.
Like, it was a fully planned out set.
Yeah.
And, like, I love it.
Yeah. And some people are like, it's like, it wasn't a fair fight because, like, it was 2 against 1 with, like, Baku and Shion against Baekjin. But Baekjin's so talented. Like, he's so talented that I feel like with both of them it was fair.
Yeah, not to mention, Baekjin could have called in Baekjin at any point and he didn't. He chose not to.
And that was a difference because it's like, Shion has friends. Like, they have friends who will fight for each other, and Baekjin does not have any friends. And that's, like, such a tragedy. Yeah. But it's true, and what makes it different. So.
And not to mention, no one ever said it had to be a one-on-one fight.
No.
Baekjin technically is the one who made that rule. Because he said, I just took down Baku. Who else will fight me? And then Shion's like, I got it. And then, like he's the one who declared it a one-on-one.
Yeah.
No one else did.
Yeah.
So it was totally on him.
Yep.
So he only has himself to blame for that.
Yeah, so he lost, and then what happens after that is the thing, like, that ends the season, but it's not the post-credit scene, is Suho wakes up.
Suho wakes up.
I was like, because like the
boy's not in it,
because like there's a time skip and like Shion narrates and it's like, oh, it's been a couple more months now, blah 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 blah, and then he gets a phone call.
The boys are good. We're having fun. We're doing normal school stuff. I smile.
Yeah, and
he smiles.
Yes, and then he gets a phone call. You don't know what the phone call is, but I was like, did Suho wake up?
Yeah.
Because, like, they only have, like, 5 minutes left in this episode. Like, what's gonna happen? So then it cuts to them all running to the hospital.
All his boys come with him to support him.
They are just running.
Baku and Juntae and Go Attack, they all come with him.
And then they, like, push him forward, like, go say hi. Like,
and so it's just, like, in his wheelchair, like, out on the lawn and just, like, enjoying the sun and... So
and then they stare at each other, and Suho says, like, how have you been?
Yeah,
you know?
Like, how you been? How's it going?
Because he cares about how Shion has been.
Like he doesn't have a backlog of 8,000 texts.
But something like a headcanon is like the doctors won't let him have his phone because he had a brain injury, you know? But anyways, and Shion, like, can't even speak at that point.
Yeah,
he just like hums, like, I'm been good. And then Suho, like, looks behind him and sees the friends. He's like, who are those guys?
And he's just, my friends.
And then Suho's like, oh, I'm so proud of you for making friends.
Oh, it's so cute.
And then Shion smiles for real, like a full smile again.
It's a big smile for him. It's so cute. And that's where it ends. So it's just the two of them standing there with each other, well, standing and sitting with each other, and just like, he's back.
It's like everything has come together again. Like everything's okay now. Like
Shion has friends. He's happy. Suho is back. He can meet the friends, and it'll be good.
And it implies that like Suho has all his memories because he knew who Shion was. So that's good. We don't have a fucking amnesia to deal with.
I wouldn't have been able. If he had been like, who
that would be
you?
just too fucking much. No, thank you.
I can't stand this.
Yeah. So I'm glad that didn't happen. I also, this is like kind of like behind the scenes confirmed by the directors, like Suho, like, woke up a couple weeks earlier before Shion got that call, but he, like, was so weak he couldn't get it out of bed. So he, like, waited until he could at least get in a wheelchair because he didn't want to be, like, pathetic or, you know, like, powerless when he saw Shion. And I'm like, that's so cute.
That's sweet. And that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's cute. Oh, I love it.
I love them so much. Like, they are just, like, so in love, and it's so cute. I love them.
They're so good.
They love each
really
other. Also, the music in this show is really good.
It's pretty good.
Like, the music, at the end of season 1 is heartbreaking. It's fucking heartbreaking. Like, I have both the instrumental version and the lyrical version of, like, the last episode when Suho's in a coma. I have it both on my phone, and the lyrical version starts with Shion voicing over, like, Suho, I'm sorry.
Oh, brutal.
I know.
That's rude.
I know. And then it's just so good. And then for season 2, like, the music is so hype. It's so hype.
It really is.
It's so good. I love it. Like, it gets you really excited, and it sets the tone. The tone is different. The tone is more like, we're fighting, we're going to, like, solve this conflict.
Yeah.
You know?
Very mission oriented.
Yeah. And it's just more action based, but it's still good. Yeah, so
love it.
Also, this show, like, got to me so much that it kind of, like, got me to write a lot for it, which is, like, the first show to do so for a while, you know? Like, I've written a lot for, like, I feel like Hannibal might have been the last one I wrote a bunch of stuff for, instead of just, like, 1 or 2 things here and there. I mean, House of the Dragon I wrote some for, but, like, only for season 1. But, like, this show I'm writing a lot for, and, like, a lot of different pairings. So it's just, like, so fun, and it's so good. Like, the emotions are great, so it's fun to mess with.
There's so much to, like, work with in here.
Yeah.
Lots of concepts, lots of characters. It's fun.
It's great. And there's so many good ships out there.
Oh,
so
for sure.
I like, obviously, Suho and Shion, and then I like Songjae and Juntae, because that one scene they had.
Yeah. There's fun. There's a lot of room to play with that, for sure.
Yes, it's great. Yeah.
I gotta say, I like Gotak and Juntae.
Yeah, that one's really cute, too. They're so cute together.
They're just little guys having their little adventures. Everything over here is, like, angst and guilt and
then they're just, like, having fun.
Like, what if we go investigate the moped yard together alone without telling anyone?
It's like, that's a great idea.
This is a bad call. Run!
They're so funny. I
they're
love it.
They're just silly little guys.
Yeah, they're really
I love
cute.
That for them.
That's a great ship as well. So.
They're one of my favorites. They're just so silly.
Yeah, they're great. So, great show altogether. With season 2, the webtoon, or the webcomics plot is over. So if they do another season, it will be like Alice in Borderland season 3 sort of thing, which they are doing for Alice in Borderland. So
yeah, it's coming out in like September or something.
I don't know, probably.
I think I saw that somewhere.
Yeah, but we'll see. I hope they do, but I hope they don't fuck it up. Because,
one can only hope.
Yeah, like, I hope they do a good job in, like, having Suho, like, join the group and stuff like that. So I hope it, like, ties it all together, I guess.
Me too.
Yeah, but we'll see. They haven't announced it yet, but I hope it's gonna happen. And I feel like it's gonna happen because they haven't announced that it's canceled, so that's good.
Yeah, so it's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
so
September.
We'll see.
Sorry, I just want to go.
No, that's good to know.
Somewhere.
That's good to know.
September 25th on Netflix.
Okay, gotcha. But yeah, so love this show. Highly recommend watching it.
It's a good time.
Please share your thoughts because I want to know everything. But like all the opinions.
Let us know if we missed anything important.
Yes.
I always want to know if there are more like details or themes or like whatever.
And there's just so much to talk about with this show.
Much.
So please like continue the conversation with us.
Please.
We're on our Discord. You can talk to us. You can email us.
Twitter, Blue Sky.
Tumblr.
Tumblr,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
And then of
totally.
course, Patreon to get to our Discord.
Yeah.
It's only $1.
Yep.
Just helps us run things.
Totally, it's nice. So,
hell yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, and hopefully our next episode will come out
sooner than 2 months.
Yes,
fingers crossed. That would be great. So, all right. See y'all later.
Bye-bye.